Yeah, I guess we're rolling now. We're live. I want to keep this. I want to keep the middle open so we can still see like the background. It's kind
Oh
of
yeah,
cool. Yeah.
I got you.
There's this girl I see on Instagram. Like she's definitely good, and
Oh yeah,
I guess, but like, those like copy paste content formats. It's just like, damn, every creator's like doing this like the same thing. It's like I could literally watch someone else, and it's the exact same format.
oh
Same.
yeah. Like food creators, like Hey
I know.
Vancouver,
I know.
right? Pretty much like those contents. Like I keep on seeing, and then I kind of wondering if they're the same person. Considering like I'm a foodie
I know.
myself, right?
Yeah.
So when I actually like go into it, it's be like, which one should I go to? And like kind of like what kind of like vibe you're going to
I
have,
know.
right?
Yeah. I guess to me it's also like annoying. It's just like damn. I mean, like, don't, it's a nice thing because when I'm searching up shit to do, if I ever
Oh yeah,
like, it's there. But it just feels so like misleading because when like they have the fake persona on, and who's not
yeah.
going to have it to some degree, especially if you're talking to an audience. But it's like, damn, it feels like just be yourself. That's what makes you special. I want people to embrace that more. I feel like
Yeah.
so many people in this world is like they just really just don't like who they are. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah, I'd say like that kind of ties in with like how they kind of grew up, especially like
Yeah, yeah.
also like culture. I mean, so I'd say the social life around them,
Right.
because like especially like I'd say here in Vancouver, like especially where I kind of like grew like grew up with in high school, like a lot of like people in communities are like very excluding, and then like
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have to kind of fit into like kind of that retrospect and like kind of like be able even like so like coming into careers, right?
I know, and I thought about that so deeply. It was just like really high, like high school, like especially in Vancouver, or middle and elementary, where you are is like there's not really an environment to be like to really show who you are as a person if you don't
Yeah,
fit in. And it's like the most popular people at the top that like kind of dictate the culture,
yeah.
and it's always been that way. But I kind of realized if I went back, I would have made it more. I would try to become not popular per se, but like be myself to show other people like you can be yourself.
Oh, nah, no, for
Like
sure. I'm
yeah,
just going to say to you, oh, nah, I was
yeah.
so annoyed
Yeah.
because the thing is, I'm Filipino, right?
I thought you
Right.
said you Cantonese.
Oh no, no, I'm half. I'm like,
Oh, I was like, when I heard you speaking to your uncle, I was like, that did not sound like Cantonese culture or
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
Cantonese at all.
No, no, because I'm actually like half, like I'm half
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Filipino and half Chinese.
Yeah,
That's
then
why.
Baytan, that's
Yeah,
why.
Beitan. That's the reason why it's kind of a weird, last name.
Not
But
no, yeah.
coming to like, why I was gonna say like one story, bro. Like, I don't know how like in my school the trend like the Filipino Edgars were like looking good.
Oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
really? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was just saying like, bro, everyone's saying like you should get Edgar too. I'm like, do you not
Yeah.
see that's mushroom right there? And
Yeah.
then they would be like, you're boring, and that's where like I kind of got excluded. That's where like
Real?
when like yeah, kind of like growing up because I played on the ball team,
Yeah.
where like I wasn't following kind of the trend on like
Yeah.
also like I'd say like value wise,
Yeah.
that's also something that's like should be talked about more. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. When like I was gonna describe it like when like all the cool kids, like quotations, cool kids like
Yeah.
would have like all the Nike stuff.
Yeah.
And like you need to either fit the image of like you're either vaping, you got the cool haircuts. But then like, since
Yeah.
everyone's doing that, it's like y'all clones of each other.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know who you are by yourself. Especially when on the girl side, they always get Starbucks. They always have the gray sweatpants,
Right.
black
That's the
hoodies.
thing. Like, yeah, like it's just a carbon copy of everybody. And like that's where I kind of like I don't know when because it was weird. Like we were all weird. In my opinion,
Yeah.
like all kids, like at some point like in their life, we were all like uniquely ourselves. Like we
Yeah.
like something like, for me, I personally like kind of oh bless you. Bless you again. We gotta get a little close, like Loki skin to I mean not skin to skin, but like we could, but
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
your choice.
It's crazy stuff.
At this point I'm clip farming, but like there's no problem with that.
He's clip farming this shit.
I'm like special guest because like my chair is like cold and London's warm, but like that's
Yeah.
natural though,
I'm exuding so much body heat.
or just hotness.
Well, okay. I want to talk about your experience getting to college, right? Because that's really interesting.
Oh yeah,
So how did you get recruited? What school did you come from?
I actually came from Langara
Angara too.
because like I'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
Kind of like going into it, honestly, I was actually like in kind of a midlife crisis coming
Yeah.
into like college because like I was deciding whether or not like hey like my parents are like dictating whether or not like I should go college or like go into like I was just like trades. The
Yeah.
thing is like I got into SFU, but the biggest problem to me like I'd say like the like last few months of like I'd say senior year,
Mhm.
I was like contemplating like what do I really want to do because considering like I kind of see like especially I had family that came from SFU and UBC.
Yeah.
and they were like talking about like, oh no, this is a life, blah blah blah, but like they're stuck on like, let's say, payments every day.
Yeah.
And then I kind of thought to myself, envisioned kind of like, hey, like I know like they're doing well, but like kind of like, because my family like ran a business like way before, but like that's where I thought like, why don't I just work hard right now instead of just saying, oh no, oh it's the life, but
Mhm.
they're making payments at 20. And then I was just thinking like, what should I do about it? Like that's a side story, like I'm dragging it on, but like
No, no, you're good.
going into like I'd say like kind of deciding, that's where like I was like thinking, hey, I want to do trades, but also I want to do, you know, like have a business degree, because
Yeah.
that's I like it's really like a goal for me to have a degree, like myself. Like I personally, like I know a lot of people don't think it's a milestone, but in
Yeah.
my opinion, like it really is a milestone. Or should I
Yeah.
look at the camera while I'm talking?
No, it's good because like, but if you feel free to, if you're more than
Oh
you know,
yeah,
I just took my body to it's kind of like the chair.
shout out, shout out to the people that are facing midlife crisis right now.
Yeah.
Like, stay strong.
That's a real thing, you know, because I also went through my own shit when I was like 18. I remember I was in Montreal at the time because I was doing like a summer program, which is real, was so fun.
Mm,
But you know,
how was it?
amidst like yeah, all like the adventures of like me at being 18 and still growing into like life, it's like damn, like I had like my own breakdown. It's like shit, like I cried, like I knew I didn't want to go to post secondary because like that wasn't my path.
Hmm.
Um, and that's when I first fully admitted to myself that like schools for a lot of people, but just is not for me.
Yeah.
So I was enrolled in Douglas at the time, and I skipped that shit. So like I was enrolled, but I never picked my courses. I worked that whole year. I worked from the bottom of like retail all the way to like a smaller management position to find that like, you know, I love sales enough. That's the area I want to pursue. And
Yeah.
along the way of finding that, you know, it took me being rejected from trade schools essentially twice to be like, okay, maybe trades is what I wanted, but this is maybe the universe way of saying like, hey, maybe this isn't the right time or isn't the thing. So then went to SFU actually when I reapplied. And my dad told me I would never make it to SFU just based on my grades.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, because like I was like I think towards the end of high school I was a B student. I got a lot of A's, but just academic wise, I just didn't get the grades I needed to.
Yeah.
But I somehow made it to SFU, and I was really thankful for that. And I think first semester in, I realized like all the courses I was taking was like it had nothing to do with my degree, but I just
Mm.
the university needed me to pay them so I
Yeah.
could get a paper that says I did. So then I found Scholar's Edge. Like you know, I think the VP of Galen, he came by,
Yeah.
just did a talk. Did he do your talk at the lecture hall or?
The one who actually talked to me was Matthew.
And that's like yeah, it's
Yeah.
totally it happens like that.
Oh yeah.
But it's like I took the opportunity to, and it's like you know I feel like because in the Scholars Edge environment or the I would see going further to say the entrepreneurial environment, everyone's on their own level and they're on their own game, and we're all like sort of misfits from the outside because we're gonna be the future to like see like potential when no one else sees it in themselves. You know, we're
Oh
like
yeah.
special like that. Not
Yeah.
to put ourselves up, but
No, for sure. I understand that, because like coming from like kind of that environment where like, hey, like I know like the type of people that really have the most potential are usually the most missed out.
yeah, I
Like
know.
you would say like in media, like there's like, oh, like here you go, like there's this potential like prospecting. Like let's say like for me, I watch the NBA.
Yeah,
Like they prospect some of these players, but like some of the top players like really like weren't even like the first choice.
yeah, I know.
Like
And Michael Jordan was like he was like fourth or something, right?
he was third, yeah.
Third, yeah.
And then they were like saying he was too small. He was like, you know, not fit for a big man's game. And
Yeah.
then he's now like the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
Or like people may argue like one of the
Yeah.
greatest
Yeah,
players
yeah, no,
of
of
all
course.
time.
Like, no one's denying, no one's taking that away from
Yeah,
him.
thinking back, it's LeBron though. But like honestly,
Yeah.
like, but like, there's a reason why Michael Jordan was the greatest, because the influence.
Yeah.
Like,
and this story has come up as well, right?
oh yeah, everyone wanted to be like Mike. Even me, I was like, yo, let me
Yeah.
do that, right?
And it is inspiring because you know, like when someone is different in class, but they're different in a good way, but people always bring them down because like they're not him or not her.
Yeah.
And it feels like that's like everything I feel like university was. It's just like that's why you see so many people who are like the same, like again, like clones of each other.
Yeah.
But then like people who stand out are actually the ones who are gonna make something different of
Yeah.
themselves in a good way.
Like I just see an interview like what's this like kind of groups in universities, and like
Yeah.
kind of like what are culturally like in like social platforms where like
Yeah.
it's just a copy, and then they make jokes about it but being copy stereotypes. But the thing is, it's like
Yeah.
in my opinion, like I wouldn't really call it sad, but like it's such a repetitive thing where like it's just like you can't stand to be like, you know, oh, just the same as them, because like you yourself want to like, you know, do the like, you know, let's say like if you like labubus, I guess, like matchas, all of
Yeah.
those things, like you gotta like it for what it is instead of just like, oh, because the
Because it's
media.
popular, right?
Yeah,
I know. That's why I found Stanley Cup so like the idea. Don't get me wrong, it made a lot of money. I think it was really good,
yeah.
but like I couldn't decide if like people actually like girls specifically bought them because either like they thought it was cute and popular, or because like their friends had it too, or both. It's
I
like
have a Stanley Cup,
you do.
but like it was a
Real.
gift though.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure many guys. No offense, have actually bought them. Other than if you're like fruity, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah, and there's
sure.
no shame to that as well. Just want to be really
Oh,
clear.
oh no, it's okay.
Yeah,
I had to make sure it was like black. It had to be a
yeah, I know, yeah.
conservative color. I was like, yo, you have
Yeah.
this has to
See
be
like
like
all the fucking chicks with the light pink Stanley.
yeah,
Yeah,
no. Actually, in my class, like probably the other day,
yeah.
I saw like four. It
Okay.
just the only difference was like kind of like the kind of coverings like
Yeah. The straw topper.
the straw top where like they're like they have the cute
Yeah.
but like it's funny because like they're all cats, different colors only.
You know how they like the Lululemon like keychain thing?
Yeah.
It's just like damn, like y'all like actually not just be basic, but like I don't know who you is without you.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
I was like going about like also kind of like how brands are like
Yeah.
kind of like shaped like in a way like because like they're probably buying it
Yeah.
because like because it's a brand, but the thing is it's like to like represent their brand you have to be a reflection of it like completely.
I know.
I'd say that.
You see the white girls, but like all this shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I can't say anything because I personally wear like Lululemon, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
because.
good. It's fine.
But here's the thing: I actually use them for like actual
Yeah.
like activity, unlike just oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think there's like, because I feel like I was talking to one of my other friends, like he was doing Zins before that became cool, right? But it's like things like I think a lot of like stereotypes and like trends ruin things for people who actually genuinely did it for a legitimate reason before it became trendy.
Yeah.
It just makes it performative. Like when people used to like matcha before it became like a performative thing.
No, that was
Yeah.
one of me.
Yeah, no, I'm like
Yeah.
people actually do enjoy that, but then it became like whole thing, another thing.
Yeah, it became a whole thing, and then that's where I'm like, my thing now is not called like something that's like oh I personally like it because it
Yeah.
tastes like because way before the popularity it'd be like oh it tastes like grass.
Yeah.
But like dude this is how I like it. Now they're like oh because performative.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a like I've never been the type of guy to read books, right? It just wasn't me. But I respect, there's definitely a lot of guys who do enjoy reading shit like on the low. But then like all of a sudden when like the performative male stereotype came in, it's just like, damn, you're making fun of some guys who be reading books. It's just like, let him be. That was his
Yeah.
own thing.
I gotta show the camera. Like it kind of looks like a rat. Not too. We're not sponsored by Nike, but look at this.
He wish he was.
I wish I was though.
Yeah. Want to hear this funny ass story about a mouse in school?
Oh, how's it?
Alright, so, a couple years ago, if you didn't know, like the BC government, they banned rat poison out of like animal cruelty or some shit, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, why?
I don't know. It's something about like animal cruelty, right? So the rat population kept increasing, and like, cause I did door knocking, and I also did like house painting. I had
Yeah.
a lot of homeowners tell me like, damn, they got rats everywhere and shit like that now. So
Yeah.
like, I know it's not just a me thing. So our house, 15 years history without rats. Now all of a sudden we started having some, right?
Yeah.
And I think we caught most of them in our house. The little baby ones.
Yeah.
But then one of them, I had them in my sneakers. Like, I just did not use it, and like they smell really bad at the time. Like I was like 17, I didn't wash my shit.
Yeah.
But I'm convinced that a rat died in my shoe, but it wasn't able to get out, so it just stayed there.
It just
Yeah.
stayed there.
But I was packing those shoes so I could bring it to gym, not gym class, but I could work out after school at the community gym.
Yeah.
And then that same day, I was in chemistry class with the girl I liked at the time.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, do you want to look at my bag for a second? Because like I had material. She was asking for something. Then like I didn't have it. I was like, I just go check my bag.
Yeah.
The shoe was like a foot away from her face with a decaying rat in it for God knows how long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then the only reason I knew it was there was because when I went to the gym afterwards, I tried jamming my foot into like the shoe. I was like, I want my foot go all the way in. Is there a sock stuck inside her? So I kept wiggling my toes. Yeah. And then I went to the stall. I was like, is there something? And let's just throw it out. And thank God I was alone because I was with people.
Yeah.
Like I poured it down. Like there's a fucking dead mouse just falls out of my shoe into the toilet. I was like, oh fucking shit, that's disgusting.
And then because his mash it, it's like oh it was
Yeah.
should be gore like very gory, right?
It should have been, but somehow the little body didn't break. But I recognized how squishy it was because my foot was jamming into that little like rodent. And then so the dead mouse just falls out, and I just flush it down the toilet because I don't want to speak of that again. And then I never worked out with those shoes again. In fact, I think I washed it and donated to Value Village.
Okay.
But yeah.
You gotta put like kind of like rat marking on there, like kind of give them a
Yeah.
little spoiler for anyone who buys from Valley Village. If it's still there, like hopefully whoever bought those shoes or whoever watches, like please,
RIP
I'm
them.
sorry.
The rat in the shoe with the girl that I liked. Yeah, that was a whack ass one.
Yeah. What did she say anything specific?
No, she didn't know because it was wrapped in a plastic bag, right?
Oh really?
Yeah. So thank God, but it was there, and because like we ended up dating a couple like months later. I brought the story to her again, and she found it pretty disgusting. But I was like, I don't want to give a fuck. Yeah.
Hey, you bagged though.
I did bag actually. Yeah. It ended with Scholar's Edge though. I tell you that. I'm not gonna say it was a bad thing or a good thing, but it happened. Shit, life goes like that.
Guys, things happen.
I know. Yeah.
That's why stuff happens. I was trying to quote something, but like low key, like
You sound like YBN Namir. When he switched, he switched from GDK to Crib. He's like, it happened.
It just yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, roll the clip.
How you? How you? I'm gonna let you talk. How you went from GD to Crip? How I went from GD to Crip? It happened.
But all I'm saying though,
Yeah.
like for me, like relationship wise, like honestly, like if I were to share like my relationship experience,
Go
like
for it, yeah.
honestly, like in my opinion, like it's not good to have a relationship like they don't really understand like kind of like what you're doing like prior.
I know.
Because the thing is, like I had my experience where like I had a relationship while I had a basketball season, and like she didn't get like like these like kind of like rest days, and also like the time kind of like dealing with my own
were you
stuff
serious
too.
into like the basketball like lifestyle?
Yeah, that's the
okay.
thing. Like we tried, but the thing is that's where like it ended badly, right?
Really, how did it end for you guys?
It ended where like it's either like she was giving me an ultimatum like see her or like see like play basketball.
Y'all not even on good terms?
We're not on good terms, unfortunately.
Right.
And
For
like
that.
her mom was against it, which is bad. The thing is
Shit.
like I was battling with my own kind of family problems as well.
Yeah.
So like I was like, hey, like I really can't do this because like if I can't even handle myself, like I'd say like would add stuff where like that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't want to say it like in a mean way. I didn't say it to her, but like in my mind I was like, hey, like the only thing that's really making me happy is just basketball.
Yeah.
And like it would be you as well, but the thing is like I don't know why you're not supporting me in like kind of like for my own mental health kind of there.
It hurts most with like when you see someone like you actually care about just not support you in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think for a while when I was doing Scholars, like my my girlfriend at the time, she was like, I'm okay with you doing it, but like this because I wasn't working my ass off the way I did at the end of the season, and like I still made time to see her. And remember days I would blow off work just to go hang out with her, right? I mean, not that I wanted to, but like she wanted that of me.
Yeah.
So there came a point where it's just like, damn, with how I know I want to go, where I see myself being, like she saw the opposite because she didn't not want me to go up, but she wanted me to herself, which is like it was a selfish reason, and I felt like a lot of that was fueled because like she didn't also have much going on in her life at the time, so it's like damn, let's keep London to myself, and that's when the disconnect grew. Is like when when you're winning, and like not that they're not winning, but it's like they just don't want to let you go like that. But you know that feeling, yeah.
Yeah, I get what you feel. Like the thing is like you want effort, like kind of like that kind of thing. You want to step up.
Yeah. And also like the support would have been nice when I needed because I was going through my own struggles, kind of come up.
For sure. Like definitely we need like all the support we can get. That's why like I'd say like everyone, all the edgers, you know what I mean?
All the edgers, yeah.
All the edgers kind of support each other. Like I appreciate like you, like guys, this guy like helped me like on that call. I was like, yo, like actually gives me a lot of like, kind of my ideas in place.
I appreciate it. I'm always trying to be there to help someone.
Oh yeah. No, I appreciate that. That's where like on my behalf I'm just speaking like, hey, like this is why I like surrounding myself with people like telling me like, you gotta level up, you gotta step up. Like it's very important to hear that instead of just saying like, sure. You know what I mean?
I think what's good about like our workplace and the greater thing about it is like we actually do got a loving community, and I think at least specifically in Vancouver because Matthew and Galen hire good people.
Yeah.
Especially in Fueled by Sam and Sydney.
Yeah.
It's like we got a genuinely good community of people who do want to help each other. Obviously, not everyone's gonna be on the same boat where they're gonna have like your best intentions in mind. They're just gonna be on their own.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you met people already who are just like, damn, they're out for themselves. They'll put anyone down to get the way.
It's kind of that I've met people, but like I don't want to like assume kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
considering that like I'm like taking in factor, like I'm also a rookie, so where like I'm like, hey, like maybe these people react the same way, but like I was just like hopefully like I don't know, because like I was looking into like the personality test, like
What's that?
the like the ENTJs whatever,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Personality test. Yeah.
I'm an ENTJ. I'm
Oh,
supposed to
same.
be
Bro.
really
Yeah.
yo.
Let's
That's
go.
why we vibe. Like that's why like we're kind of like the judging kind of thing. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for some reason like I am not. I usually judge on it like oh maybe this person But now I'm like more prospecting. I mean it's not like my personality like type kind of changes,
Yeah, no, no,
but
no.
it's more of like I gotta like play it safe, like kind of like be bold but be safe, like kind of like be friendly with everybody.
Yeah, like are you trying to say like you want to reach outside your comfort zone?
I'd say yeah, like reach out outside my comfort zone because like I'd say like kind of seeing like how it would work if like let's say like I'm trying to like like prospect the good thing
Yeah.
in people more than like just okay just base it on there because like I used to do that a lot,
Yeah.
but like now like I kind of understand like I gotta reach out my comfort zone like really. Like if I'm being honest, like like my day to day, like really, like I get tired easily
Really.
personally,
Like
but
physically or mentally?
physically, like honestly, because like the thing is, as much as possible, whenever I do activity, I actually like push myself.
Yeah.
So like I really want to like push myself outside of my comfort zone, and like managing that, and also while like kind of like being available, like 24/7
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I know, no. Yo, cause shit. We're talking about pushing ourselves, something like that, right? Or like the personality test, yeah.
Yeah.
A while back, I never really knew what personality type I was. I had an idea of like what you could describe me as, but I didn't know what like letters I would be
Oh yeah.
until my ex-girlfriend told me like I was the ENTJ. And the way I kind of thought about it was like I lived my entire life not knowing really what I was specifically. I
Yeah.
think it was better that I wasn't put in a box in my perspective, because like I felt like if I was put in a box like I'm your ENTJ, I
Yeah.
had to fit that entire description. It's like no, like I can exert like different personality traits of like what INF,
Oh yeah.
whatever that would be.
Yeah.
It's like I'm everything that I am, but I don't like feel like I'm putting somewhere where I'm not, or like I had to be this certain type of
Yeah.
thing. I think for me it's like trying to break expectations, I guess.
No, for sure. I definitely agree with that because, like, I just, for me, like, I kind of like look into it. Like, that's where I realized actually with Scholar's Edge, like the ENTA thing, where like, hey, like, honestly, sometimes I'm actually introverted.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'm like, more P, like prospecting people.
Yeah.
Not like the type of person to judge. Yeah. Like, that's where, like, I kind of say, like, I'm who I am and, like, what I am to be. Like, if you notice it, I could talk to you about it. Because the thing is, for me, like I told you, like on a previous call, like I'm very blunt as a person and very straight up.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna just say, like, oh, do you like me? Do you like working with me? Do you hate me? Like kind of that. Like
That's good. Yeah.
like I'd say I wouldn't be indirect with you because, like, in my opinion, like I wouldn't want it to be like a 16 episode K drama where like
Yeah.
it's between me and you. And
Yeah, I
then,
know, right?
like eventually you're gonna be like, oh, like I actually hate you, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
like what's even the point of me trying to read and like kind of have all this drama?
Can we switch it up to talk about like dating? Because like what you said was so good about like the kid, not the K drama thing, but like the direct thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like like when like I feel like Gen Z now, because like I'm Gen Z, you're Gen Z. It's like I know, because like now we're more like business people. Like we know what we kind of came for. We know how to approach. We know how to like talk.
Yeah.
But when you see someone who like, especially a girl, and like, or even a guy, let's be honest, like when you just ghost you after like a date is like, it's one thing to like not want to go with someone else. Like that's fine, but like you should tell them. It's like I don't like this whole culture of like, damn, they don't know how to confront people, so you just got to stay silent. It's just like, yo, what happens having balls, as a man, and as a woman, what happens to being like standing up for yourself and being like independent like that? You can tell a man no.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like I could personally think that, like, it's like with the times it's really changed.
Yeah.
And like I honestly think, like, I don't know, because for me whenever I approach a girl, really, I'm very like, I'd say like I play it always safe. Like I'm
Right.
very direct with, like, like I wouldn't go up and say, like, because like no girl's gonna be like, hey, put your phone number in and like all your details, and like
Yeah,
actually
right,
like
yeah.
it's kind of awkward, like I wouldn't expect like kind of my like future wife or like
Yeah.
future girlfriend to like say yes to that,
Yeah,
because I don't want them to be like, oh, it's that easy, you know what I mean?
I know, right? You see those like cringe like YouTube like reels where like the guys would just cold approach girls,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I mean, if they get their way, then they get the way. But
Hmm.
like, how many high quality girls do you actually get like that most of the time?
And the thing is, there's a reason why they run the channel, and like they kind of clip farm those, and like to me, like it's very degrading for me, kind of like, oh, like you yourself as a person, you're trying to find connection and
Yeah.
you're just doing it for content.
I know.
Yeah.
It's degrading, because it's also just like, damn, like those girls have their own time, they have their own lives. Like now you really want to lead them on and type shit. Like if you had plans to date all of them, that's one thing. But then that crosses like, is that even ethical? Like
Yeah.
those girls like have their own lives too. Like doing this shit is like, nah.
Yeah, like I would never be those like content creator where it's like, hey, because like honestly, that's like kind of like that's where it crosses my boundary of like kind of like caring.
Yeah,
Because
I
the
know.
more
Yeah.
you do it, like the less it's gonna be like especially like let's say like you do those content and then eventually you want to actually like date somebody
I know.
and then just people just know you for it.
I know,
like
right? Yeah.
you're like, and then the girls are gonna be like, they'll be hesitant to it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yo, like something about me, right? Like all the way through high school, like I was a playboy, and then but there were some times where like I would see a girl like I really really wish I wanted to date.
Yeah.
And sometimes I had a couple girls that I had in the ropes, and I feel like I probably could have got to that boyfriend girlfriend stage, but it's like damn, like they knew that I was too much into that playboy lifestyle at the time.
Yeah.
I say a playboy, but like I was a playboy with like no play.
Yeah.
So I was just a boy.
Yeah.
So that would like really fuck shit up, and I really hold myself accountable and like a lot of remorse. I have a lot of remorse for that. It's like I wish I didn't play as many girls as I did because one, they also had feelings, but also
Yeah.
two is like what I feel like I did as a person now when I feel like I got played later on. You
Yeah.
know, life is like damn. I wish I would never put that on no one.
But hey, bro, like honestly, like me personally, I would say like keep like I don't know, like don't take it as a term literally, but I would say keep shooting your shot and like keep moving on to the next. Like I would say that because like I don't know, because I know like I kind of had that brief also kind of thing, but like in my opinion, like afterwards I was just like, hey, like honestly, this wasn't for me. Like when I did like that Playboy thing, that's where I noticed there was levels to that.
Yeah, I know.
Because like on the side note, like I had a coworker that like, oh my gosh,
Was he serious into that lifestyle?
like I wasn't like on that lifestyle, like kind of Playboy thing.
Yeah.
Like I tried to, but like the thing is, that's where I realized there's levels to
It's like
this.
a commitment to that shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a commitment. Not only that, like it's also like because like for me, I found like a girl that I actually like.
Yeah.
And then that's where like it kind of like hurt me. Where like it's funny because like the girl that I like played me.
Real.
And then I was like, yo. And then I was just like, actually, that's where I was like saying like, yeah, I'll give up. I'll just get ready to retire.
Shit.
But that's where like I'd say like now like how I notice like I like the girl, like for me personally now how to distinguish. I just like them for who they are.
Yeah.
Like I like how they react to me. I like I like how they're like they vibe with me. That's more on my focus now. Like probably you would feel like in modern era you would be like, oh, what matters is looks and stuff, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'd say it does, but the thing is, the most important thing is their like when you look at them, do you smile? Like that's the most important thing. Like, do you just smile? I'm not saying that like, oh, like they have to be perfectly like Korean beauty standard or something.
I know,
like
I
100%. Right?
I used to convince myself that based on a certain type I was looking for, I would have to like them, or like I had to fit it like a criteria sheet, or like I feel like I had to convince myself that I like them because I was so deep into it. And I realized now is like shit, unless like they actually make me like smile and inside or like my heart like go up when I'm around them, it's like I don't think I like them anyways like that.
Yeah.
And that put me in a new headspace too. Is like damn, I think for the first time in like I think I would even go as far as say my whole life, and this is like probably like last semester, but I actually liked a girl for like the first genuine non-superficial reason. I used to just like them for looks before. It's like crazy.
Yeah. But I'd say like now at least you kind of grew out of it, right?
Yeah.
And that's where like shit, like damn, there's gotta be like like the
crazy.
type of girl that makes your heart beat. Like I'm not gonna lie, at the moment like I do like somebody who's like that. Like I don't like I'm like that's when like I was like thinking like I'm just curious about to know more about them.
Yeah.
And the more like I'm more curious about like just like how like they act.
Yeah.
Like back then, like bro, like to be more like explicit, it's like you're like, oh shit, like she kind of bad, like
I know, right?
Right? And like I was like, yo, like I kind of wonder, you know what I mean? Like those, and then especially they wear like those fits that are like
I know,
like revealing. That's where like
they make a boy go crazy.
Like you go crazy. But now, honestly, I like since I've experienced like almost like everything. Perhaps like I know you have like experience like
What you mean by that?
Like in every way, you know what I mean?
Like fuck fucking a girl or what?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like after I said I was in the Playboy type shit, right? After I got my first serious relationship, like that ran for a year and a half. Like I think when I turned 19, like I had so much character development. Also, like credited to her for helping me get there.
Yeah.
I just didn't honestly. I didn't like the idea of. I wouldn't sleep with no one unless I actually liked them or had intention of dating them. Like just me
Oh
now.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
Not like for me. I
So for
only
real.
like I'm low key like TMI, but like
Yeah.
I've
You
only
get.
done it like with like somebody I actually like, which
Yeah.
was my ex, which is like, dude,
Yeah.
we were in a 4 to 5 year like relationship.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that. It's ended. It's
like
ended.
it ended already, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. It's crazy.
It's okay,
Honestly
bro.
tough.
Like it's like kind of opened up my heart, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But like with that, bro, like low key, with everything else, I'm just like it's kind of hard to like just like switch A to B, especially that
Yeah.
like I don't know, like now I'm looking at that criteria where like everything else matters to me when I could just smile by looking at them.
That's great. That's amazing.
Like I can't like be looking at anywhere else. If I just look at their face and then I smile, that's where like you realize that's the one.
Yeah, because like you're also like I'm young, you're young. Like do you feel like you look at you remember how the way you think and the way you judge things based off a time when you were younger?
Yeah,
And it's like damn, your criteria is like hella different than what you is now.
I know, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I'd say like when you were younger, I'd say more immature implications on like
Yeah.
what love should be. I'd say like meaning by young is like when you were like in high school, not like when you beginning of high school or like coming into high school. 'Cause, like
Yeah.
that's like I'd say that like the one coming into high school and like before high school is like more similar to like what's now, because like you're kind of thinking of like like the like when you were young you're like, oh, touching hands is like something, oh my
Yeah, I
gosh,
know,
like
right? Yeah.
like even now I kind of adapt that mindset where like to me I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so shy.
Really?
Like here's the thing is it's like if it's a genuine person you like, it's like even like like you care so much about everything. Like with the girl, like I'm like I care about everything. Like like of course like even saying I like you is like but like that's the thing, like it's such a childish thing to kind of thing like
But like that's how you feel though.
it's how you feel though. Like I think like liking somebody should be childish,
Yeah.
kind of like yeah.
It's so I know like the I've been doing sales for like I would say more seriously maybe for the better part of like 1 year if you combine all my total life experience together, right?
Yeah.
And I think based off of that, like I knew I've always been more of a decently confident person.
Yeah.
But especially since more after I took sales more seriously, like if I liked a girl, if I was out on a date, I don't think I'm as scared as I used to be. Like to me, I try to play more organically and more naturally. So like I would never force myself to have to put my arm around a girl or like even kiss a girl. It's like I do that shit. Luckily, I've never been rejected yet. I don't know if any other guys have ever been rejected. Have you? Shit.
Like not really rejected, but like you kind of have that
Curved?
like kind of like you gotta curve the shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, I feel that. I mean, I haven't had that yet, but like I feel like everything I've done since is like always been natural. Like I never tried to force it. Just let it be the way it is.
Oh
Like,
yeah. No,
let it
but
come out.
that's chill then. Like in my opinion, like that's how like bro, you're a genuine guy.
Yeah,
Where
oh,
like
thank
the
you.
connection is genuine and everything's there.
Yeah.
For me, sometimes like bro, I would just like I would try to reach out and then like I reach out my arm and
Yeah.
like that's where like I could tell the girls like not
Yeah.
ready for. I was like, okay, I got curve it into like
Something, yeah.
yeah, something
Sometimes
like
you gotta shoot your
that.
half shots. I'm like, yeah, like I'm who knows? I've also been there. It's like, damn, like you pull a little bit, they pull away. It's like, yeah, I get it. We're good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When the girl tries to do it, but like, how often does a girl compliment a guy like on a genuine level, and then so the
Yeah.
guy remembers that, so it feels like when like a girl tries to shoot her shot, you feel you have to kind of give in just because like, when are you gonna get that chance again when a girl's gonna do it?
No, for sure.
I was
Like that's the thing with like kind of like reaching like kind of like being as a guy, because like for us I'd say there's so much effect, like especially like girls whenever they compliment,
yeah.
like there's so much effect where like whenever like a girl compliments like like
When's the
something
last time
that
a girl complimented you?
complimented me, honestly, like I'd say like yesterday.
Okay, really? What was it?
Mhm.
That's good, by the
It
way.
was good. It was good. Like it's not someone I like, but like it's still
Yeah.
like touching. But like if it's somebody you like,
Yeah.
like
Oh, that shit's something
that's
else.
where
Yeah.
like
It's like,
you, like for example they say you like the pants, yo, I might be wearing this every time I see you, like something like
yeah.
that.
Dude,
know what I mean?
a while ago I bought a white like sweater just because I feel like it was a white boy outfit just for a girl that I liked, right? Because like I also loved it. Don't get me wrong, I bought that for myself, but like I wore it around her just because like I wanted to show Shawty that I got the drip shit. Like,
Oh shit! I know you got that. I'm
Thank
getting
you.
hyped, bro.
thank you. I mean, like she got a man, so like it was wrong if I pull shots, but I don't like her. I don't not like her. Just saying.
I was going to say like non-ethical like standards. I would just say like it's a 1v1, but
I know. I mean, like I feel that. Sometimes I get like so petty and so jealous. Like sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I get it. it's wrong to take a man's food away from him, but at the same time, it's just like, damn, that looks really good. Like, you don't know what to do with that. Fucking just like, let me have that shit.
Let me have that shit. Low-key, nah. Low-key, like, you have a twin? Like, low-key, I need to, place an order on the same shit you got.
I wish.
You know those type of girls where,
Yeah.
like, they post, like,
I know something like ass pics.
yeah,
right?
aspects, and, like, they'd be making it obvious. Like, I know, like, oh my gosh,
The-
baddie.
I know it's like, oh, my felt cute, might delete later.
Right.
Gym pics.
Right? I'm like, yo, like, yeah, like, sure, but, like, I'm like, to me, now, like, that past me would be like, oh, shit, you know what I mean? But, like,
Yeah,
now,
I don't want that
yeah.
shit being public. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as a man, it's
like, bro, like, I like the type of person where, like, yo, this is, like, to my man's only, her type of thing.
I like humble girls.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, where it's humble. Like, the thing is, she's humble. Like,
Yeah.
she only posts when she's, like, gorgeous.
I know.
Gorgeous is different from, like, I'd say hot or,
I know, like,
you know,
pretty is like.
pretty.
I think I would say pretty outranks hot to me any day.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm like, dude, if it's somebody, like, we're, like, it's such alluring instead of, like, you know, kind of like, oh, shit, like, spicy, you know what I mean, type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of into where, like, you know, like, hey, at least for, like, this, in any outfit, like, you kind of wear,
Yeah.
you will still be the same to me.
I know, yeah, I agree with that. Like, if I could describe like the girls like that I would be into, is like, damn, I want to like, I like the loyal girls like who show the commitment.
Oh, yeah.
I also like the girls that like show like, damn, like they modest, not
Yeah.
just with like their own beauty, but like their own personality. Like they don't feel like they gotta brag about everything they got, how many guys they talking to. It's like, damn, like she know her worth. She don't gotta prove to no one, but like she knows she's strong and she's confident.
Yeah.
Like, like I don't like no hoes. Like, you know, who like always got that, always need that
Yeah.
attention. I think as guys, we know what we want in girls most of the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, the good guys
The good guys.
knows what we want in the good girls.
Yes.
But I wonder what the good girls want in good guys. And this is kind of like this is more of a joke if anything, but it's real. You know when the girls say they want a guy who shows emotions?
Yeah.
I don't think that's incorrect, but I think there's a good amount of girls who are turned off when a guy shows interest through emotions. And it's like, damn, it's like, I always hate guys who are nonchalant because, like, damn, like, you're just not yourself. At the same time, where I realized to get girls, that's what they were trying to do, which also looks a little pathetic. Like, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not for sure. I understand that. Like, Loki, interview a crackhead. The world is going down in 2029. Keeping the homeless on the street.
I don't want to die for him to miss me. Yeah.
Guys,
That's such a good song. Cool.
thank you guys.
So hold
We'll
on.
see you.
Want to do like the snap at the same time?
All right,
Ready?
3, 2, 1.